There are some truly vile people out there. And Alyssa, Dogs Won't Even Love Me, Mercante is one of the vilest by far, in my opinion. She did not just attack Smash JT, you know, the lovely little Italian man right there, but she decided to go after his family and dox him. She just constantly is trying to do something that makes people think that she's even more of a vile existence than she already is. It is honestly quite impressive how sad some people can honestly be, right?
So I woke up. I feel like every day I wake up, especially the past 3 days, but it feels like every day at this point. There's another spurg out from Alyssa, and again, as I always remind you
Kind of good for us, I guess.
guys, the epicenter of this drama always starts with Alyssa, every single time, and this time is no different. Whereas
Well, yeah, you didn't sue yourself now, did you?
now we have Alyssa Mercante, after sharing graphs of Hypnotic and 8-Bit Eric with their
Didn't she completely lie about at least Hypnotic?
apparent quote unquote view counts with whatever tools she's using, that she now decided to wake up today and come at me. This is the person that is currently, let me remind you,
By the way, she's so proud about making this tweet. All of this is in the public space. All of this can be found with literally just, a 5-second YouTube search. You don't even Google search. All of this can be found on Social Blade in an already packaged format that I, as an analyst, completely disagree with. But that's a different thing. All of this is available. This is not some kind of grandiose hee hee ha ha got you pound, dude. This is literally nothing. But when literally doing nothing and being a loser is the best that you can pull off, then I mean this is probably a win in her book.
suing me for harassing her. She decides to continue to perpetuate this attack against me, trying to prove her point that I'm harassing her. But the point is not proving that I'm harassing her. The point is
The classic I'm gonna harass you to prove that you're harassing me. Haha. Got him.
proving that my channel is actually successful. This means literally nothing except after 6 or so years, my channel started picking up with attention. And then after 7 years, it started picking up even more, which is fairly typical with how channel growth works. No one just, well, maybe some people just wake up one day and their channel just blows up for some reason. But typically, this
Van life girl. If you know, you know.
is the standard path for most all channels on YouTube, unless there's something different or like crazy about the channel. Um, and she showed this graph, and I looked at it and I was like, okay, what am I looking at here? And she wrote special delivery with the doocy fingers, whatever. And so Smash AT's view counts 2018, when I started 2017, 2018, which um this graph is completely broken because it's too condensed. So it makes it look like I had no growth from 2017 to 2024 when I had a ton of
All graphs are not made equal, okay? It is what it is.
growth. But the problem is she condensed it to have the bars start at 100, 200, 300, 400, where growth on YouTube is typically exponential as you go. But if you pull the lens back, you would see a consistent stream upward of views with videos as the channel has gone on because I've gotten better at what I do. I've got
Like, let me explain how bad this graph is amongst graphs. So, first of all, the start should not be 0 in a case like this. We can just place it higher than that and ignore the smallest things. Second of all, it's only a distribution like this. There's literally only 4 of these things. I don't know what they're actually called, but it goes to 2026. 2026 has not happened yet. And you have a point where it's 2026? Why? What? Why? 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 And the spacing between the years is 2 for some reason. Why? This is if you if I had to evaluate someone, are you actually good with numbers and someone showed me this graph, I would be responsible for murder, okay? Let me just put it that simply.
Gotten better at understanding what people want to know about. I've gotten better at connecting with the community and meeting other people and putting all this together. It doesn't, you don't wake up one day and have that all just happen. It takes a lot of time to get to where I am right now. Again, people like Alyssa do not understand this, which is why they fail, but still, it is what it is. So she showed this, and I'm like, okay, what does this? She said special delivery, like it's supposed to like be some sort of mic drop moment.
Damn.
I look at this and I'm like, yeah,
So, knowing how simple minded she is, she's probably like, haha, all of this I am responsible for in some way.
okay. Gerard the Completionist, 2024 channel got its first major bump. And then I started talking about the Kotaku campaign, got another bump. Started talking about Jason Schreier, Kotaku in general, other journalists. Alyssa Mercante was one of them. But on top of that, many of my best performing videos are BioWare, talking about the BioWare situations and the falling apart behind the scenes there. Sweet Baby Inc., Obsidian Entertainment with Avowed, and all the stuff that was going on behind the scenes there with the
About
insiders
was fun.
contacting me. Tons of game studio layoffs, EA proper, everything that I've covered in the past year, or at least 6 months or so. And for some reason, she's trying to take credit for that. Like, that's all her? Huh?
Probably.
So, what this is, again, Alyssa, lie by omission Mercante, knows that she's being disingenuous with this. So she puts this out there to her moron audience and for them to lap it up like idiots to be like, oh, yeah, everything you've told.
Hey, I'm not saying, I mean, listen, if you're a Alyssa fan, you probably also enjoy classics like Diablo 4. And you're probably drooling at the mouth for Borderlands 4. Probably. I'm 100% correct, aren't I?
Us is all he does is make videos about you. And then you showed us this, and that proves it. It's like, no, this is not all videos about her. These are videos about everything. What what the hell does this even prove? What even is this? So
Now, if you want to be at least a little bit disingenuous in a smarter way, you do this. You you take all the videos where it's not her and aggregate them together, and then verse all the videos where it is her and aggregate her together. Considering she sued him, whatever pronouns. Considering she sued him, it's pretty easy to say that on average, her videos do get a higher degree of viewership. So, it would be a pretty easy one, and especially considering the early videos are definitely not about her, which means there would be a bunch of videos that are like, only a couple of views in the grand scheme of things. Which would, and in that way, if you're trying to lie with numbers, ex-government employee of high position and status, boys, listen, we lie about everything. That is a better way to do it because the numbers would be extremely deceptive. And then you could show in percents how better each thing is, okay? And then she could say like, "Oh, look at that. My videos when he covers me get like 700% more views than his average video." You don't need to disclose that, you're taking you're comparing like literal modern day his videos versus like 5-7 years old ones. You don't need to do that. Or, considering no one knows where the fuck you even got any of these numbers from, you might as well just lie about numbers. There's so many ways to be just smarter, more deceptive, more everything about this. And yet she's like smashing her head against the table, accidentally fucking taking a screenshot, and there we go. There we go. Go. An absolute special delivery, boys.
I wrote, Alyssa, I've asked many times to leave me alone. You continue to attack me, sending your army of left wing extremists after me on nearly a daily basis. Thanks to you doxing my family, we now live in constant fear. This hatred you spread is disgusting, abhorrent, and downright evil. I followed that up with saying, to address her research, 2024
Research.
is when I had enough of the BS from the professional games journalism and shifted my coverage from talking about games specifically, which, by the way, I know a lot of people joke like Smash JT doesn't play games. Guys, I did a YouTube channel strictly talking about video games for
Never seen it, never heard of it. Probably lies by Alyssa, okay?
7 years. Okay. So yes, I and my channel was going nowhere with that, and I still love talking about that. But I was getting so sick of the direction that the game industry is going that I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use my platform to try to change it to the way I want it to be, back to what gamers want out of their games. How dare me to take a
good,
stand, use
good luck with that, though. It's not gonna work.
my platform, and say that? Wild. Uh, Specifically talking about the games industry on the whole. Weird. Almost as if that's also what people wanted to hear more about. Keep losing, you complete insane psychopath. I will have zero mercy in this lawsuit fallout against you after all you've done to me and my family.
Mm.
And Alyssa, just for emphasis, full camera here, I genuinely mean that. There is going to be hell to pay with this situation.
Why not?
There is going to be zero remorse, zero apologies, zero, oh, I don't want to go too hard on this situation. Nope. Nope. With the things you've done to me and my family, none of that's happening here. Anyways, also, reviewing the replies on this post, many of her ilk are excited to see my views go down, which is curious. Are we looking at the same chart? Because it looks fairly steady after such a leap, which again, the leap up here originally early to mid 2024, and then it stays constant. It didn't drop back down to
I mean, to be absolutely fair, we have no idea what the fuck is going on here. Okay, and this graph is so bad. You can't. If someone asked that, the answer would be yeah, probably. But the truth is, this graph is just so bad. Pisses me off on a personal level. Okay, harassing someone, that's fine, that's cool. YouTube, I'm joking. But making a bad graph, that's just the gallows right there.
nothing. It's still up there, which is actually really impressive. I've had a lot of people reach out to me over the past few months, patting me on the back, like, damn, bro, you're crushing it. Keep up the great work. Everything you're doing is making a big impact out here. Love your stuff. It's awesome. So glad I ran into you, learned about you, all these other things. Amazing community support. And I'm not just like doing that to pat myself on the back. Like these are things that have happened. But since we're talking about numbers and views, go ahead and slay with your 1K view videos per month, which is
Look, look, look. Alyssa, she does have an off account, right? I'm pretty sure she did. All of that is just a giant funnel to one place. It's not a good place. It's kind of scary, okay? That's a fetish I'm not willing to see, participate, or even want to hear about, honestly. But that's kind of the end game, probably.
fairly accurate.
But I mean, it does sound at least different. Support me by donating. That's lame. Support me by going to my off account. Yeah, that has a different energy indeed, doesn't it?
But she's getting really mad at me apparently because my videos were getting over, some of them getting upwards of 400,000 views. And honestly, I look at this chart and I get a little bit frustrated because I mean, I've been doing this for 8 years. I still don't have a video that has crossed over 500,000 views, which to me is
Half a
wild
million, yeah.
because I've had a lot of videos do well. And then when the algorithm decides to just turn it off, it just stops like on a dime. It goes from getting like 30 to 50 to 100,000 views a day to like 8.
8 is still good when YouTube shuts that down, though. In any case, hey, oh, more graphs. Yo, look at this, more graphs.
Cope. And
Oh, this is just the day thing. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, Alyssa's gonna get her dues. Her her shitty lawyers hopefully are gonna go bankrupt, and all will be fine in Wonderland yet again. Anyway, have a nice day. That was Smash JT. Bye.